lecture sometime when I wrote this lecture, and I just wanted to let you guys know I use the terms Black, African American interchangeably. Some people get upset about that. I don't know what to do for them. I grew up with the term Black, and at some point, I think around when I was in college, it changed to African American. I used both of them. I never found Black to be particularly offensive. So, occasionally I'll say Black political thought. And then sometimes I'll use Black political thought, particularly when I'm talking about various kinds of international contexts, right? Because people of African descent in the UK or Brazil are not African Americans, obviously. Well, in Brazil they're African Americans, but then we'd have to reconfigure the term that we understand to be Americans, which is not U.S. Blacks, which is we'd have to think of the Americas. So, in some senses, this terminology gets to be problematic at a certain point. So, just to sort of put that out there, we'll never talk about it again. But one thing I call this lecture diversity and continuity, in one sense to say that Black political thought is diverse. There are definitive and different kinds of trends. But there also is a kind of continuity. We can establish that there have been sort of historically established trends that carry over time and exist throughout the history of African Americans. And I'll sort of set up the terms, at least some of that. If we look at the faces that are represented here, we have a series of different trends of Black political thought, African American political thought. We have Malcolm X representing a kind of Black nationalist ethos, Martin Luther King, the traditional civil rights perspective, and we'll begin to define different forms of that ethos. We have Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas, who is a Black conservative. We have former UCLA professor Angela Davis, who is a Marxist. And of course we have one of the more famous African American political thinkers, speakers, etc., now President-elect, soon to be President Barack Obama, who probably represents the liberal tradition quite well, but liberal with a small L, and we'll talk about that a little bit, but one that is also engaged with and sometimes uses some of the rhetoric of Black nationalists, Black feminists, and even on occasion Marxists and conservatives. And so the idea is that all these people are just in our contemporary moment, but if we look across history, that kind of diversity, clear ideological differences, has been a sort of hallmark of discourses and discussions within the Black community. So the course objectives, not objections. If you have any objections, let me know, but or keep them to yourself one way or the other. Course objectives is to deepen your understanding of African American thought, political thought, develop critical thinking skills. In fact, the sort of central aspect of this course is that it's built around a problem and a series of debates. There is no right answer. I'm not going to tell you African Americans ought to do X. There's not going to be any answer about that. It's going to be about the different approaches and debates to heighten your ability to identify ideological trends and tendencies, both within the African American community, but if we understand that there's nothing, nationalist thinking is not unique to African Americans, Marxist thinking is not unique to African Americans, conservative political thinking is not unique to African Americans. It will sharpen your ability to identify different sort of ideological trends and thoughts wherever you see them in the public sphere. And we're also going to explore normative debates. We're going to talk about the debates about what does the good society look like, which I think is the one of the essential aspects of any political thought. That goes all the way back to sort of Plato, right? He's going to write his sort of ideal society. So some of the course organization assumption, I'm going to assume that you know that there was a civil rights movement, that there was a guy named Martin Luther King, and something happened called Black Power. Some of that's going to be assumed. If you don't know that, hit Wikipedia fast. The point is that this is a kind of upper division course. It's both an upper division course in political science, but also an Afro-Am. Martin Luther King Day is coming up rapidly. So I'm not going to do a basic. I'm going to refer to historical context. I will sometimes give a kind of historical description of what's going on at certain points, but I'm not going to spend all my time doing the sort of, okay, and then they went to Selma, and after that, so-and-so, and this happened at this X and Y march, etc. It's going to focus on the political thought, and I'll do a sort of minimal historical contextual movements, but it kind of assumes that you know those things happen. So if you don't know that there was a civil rights movement in the U.S. and that something called Black Power followed, etc., this may not be the course for you, because it's a advanced discussion given a set of knowledge about those things. One of the things that often happens is that African American political thought is frequently divided into two streams. Now we're starting to see that. I think Dawson's work and the work of some others has been sort of instrumental in that. But it was always integrationism versus nationalism, or integrationism versus separatism, and that was a kind of vulgar division of African American political thinking. And this course is going to largely take that particular question as simply whether or not African Americans should integrate, or should they, and in what degree should they integrate versus should they separate, is a tactical question that fits into larger political philosophical trends. It does not define African American political thought. As for a long time, people taught or thought about African American political thought on that sort of axis, and we're going to move away from that. Just to let you know this, all African Americans do not think alike. Look, it's worth bearing in mind. I mean, for instance, when this book was in progress, I once saw Professor Michael Dawson present some of the aspects of this book, and the response by a very well-established political scientist at Harvard was, well, if I'm in a plane at 30,000 feet and I'm looking at African American political thought or African American politics, everybody votes, 96% vote Democratic. So all that you're talking about is just a kind of waste of time, right? For me, they all think about politics in the very same ways. And one of the things that leads into the second point is actually this was done right around the time when the Million Man March happened, right, led by Louis Farrakhan. So Louis Farrakhan asked 1 million African American men to show up in Washington, D.C., and he's going to talk to them about political issues in the community from a sort of nationalist basis, and in fact, largely rejecting a lot of ideas of, say, for instance, what you would call the Democratic Party. And if one doesn't pay attention to issues in African American political thought, in particular the importance of black nationalism, one would not have been able to explain why 1 million people showed up in D.C., or probably slightly more than 1 million people. And so one of the things that we're going to talk about is politics beyond voting. In particular, given the fact that politics, a large percentage of African American politics has been expressed, not necessarily through voting activity, just as a lot of politics in general